how things are. Like I said, welcome everybody. It's Family Caption. I want to make sure eventually, Roxanne, I know she has a picture. Jarrell, all of you guys, I want to see a picture up there because we want our users, we want the viewers to see. It's not just nobody on this call because your names, they don't see your names. It's just a black spot when we do a video. So I want people to, I mean, you don't have to have your picture. Like you can put like Bitcoin Romani, you can have like a Bitcoin if you want, or you can have whatever. It can just be an image. It don't have to be you. If you don't want to, because some people have a problem showing themselves. But the topic today we're going to talk about, like again, you guys, any viewers that may be watching, this is the Family Cash Machine. And we do these meetings a couple times a week. We have a group of individuals that are learning global economics, and they're learning it in a way to where they can apply it in their lives. We particularly are a group of people who are very, very engaged in cryptocurrency, decentralized cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology. And these are the things that we're learning and also along with wealth secrets. We learn wealth secrets here, trust funds, corporations. And I wanted to thank Ms. Roxanne because she sent me great information about trust funds and different trusts and different levels of trust and stuff like that. This is the kind of stuff that we immerse ourselves in because I was watching Rick Ross, the rapper, and I noticed that Rick Ross, in most of his videos, and not just him, most people, and I think Rick Ross is a great rapper. I don't like the fact that he stole a friend of mine's name, but that's another story. But anyway, he's a great rapper. I like his voice. He's got a great voice. He's got a great ear for music. I do want to give him that. But I noticed in his videos and a lot of other videos, he's, really showing money. He's showing how, he spends money. And one of the videos, he comes out, the guy opens up a box. He's got about 12 watches and he grabs the watch. And the psychological message that this is giving our kids is what they're doing today. Most of the youngsters, they want to hustle and make money to spend money. They want to hustle and make money to be consumers. They want to, so we get that. We get that as far as money. The thing we understand about money right now is I got to make money. And I think that Black people are some of the greatest entrepreneurs and hustlers in the planet, period. And the reason I say that because we have to be innovative. We don't always have a lot of opportunity. We don't always get the chance to show who we are and what we can do. The movie Pursuit of Happiness is a perfect example of that. It gave him a chance and he blew up. And at the end of the movie, you see Garnett. What's his name? His name was Garnett. He ended up selling his company for $30 million. And this guy was a bum on the street, but he was brilliant. But again, like I said, the message that I'm seeing with our rappers and our entertainers, and on Instagram and on, not really Facebook as much now. It's not a lot of people on Facebook. It's more of an older generation on Facebook. Most of our younger generations are on Instagram. But what I'm saying to you guys is if you really look at the resonating message on videos as well as Instagram, it's money, money, money. It's consumerism. It's, nice clothes, nice cars, nice watches. And it's basically training your brain to spend money. So this is our experience with money. This is our relationship with money. Our relationship with money mostly is get the bag, get the bag, get the bag, spend the bag, spend the bag, spend the bag. Buy the Gucci, buy the Fendi, buy the 15 different Rolexes, buy the Bugatti, buy the whatever. And that's the main message. And this is what I'm seeing with our people as far as money is concerned. We know how to make money and we know how to spend money. Well, there's something in the middle we missing here. There's a gap here. And like I said, Rick Ross, one of the things I wish he would show in this video is he owns a bunch of damn Wingstops. So he's got passive income going, but he's showing the kids, oh, look, I got 15 watches. Oh, look, I got the Aston Martin. Oh, look, I got this big old dumb house. But this man also has a business mind and he has passive income and he gets it, but he's not demonstrating and showing that. And that's what made Nipsey Hussle so dangerous to the perception, you know, of our youth, to the enemies. The enemy did not want Nipsey Hussle demonstrating the perception that a rapper can buy property. A rapper could, you know, be involved in cryptocurrency. A rapper could have a STEM program where he pushing science, engineering, and mathematics to our kids. And he actually had that whole corner, you know, and that whole corner, he owned that the gas station where I actually met him when he was a kid. He owned that gas station now. He owned that whole plaza. You know, here's a gangbanging Crip, Rolling 60 Crip. A Rolling 60 Crip owned them to the whole block. That's not the kind of message they want the youngsters to see. He wasn't the Nipsey Hussle when he died as he was when he was cripping. He wasn't the same guy. I'm telling you, I know that wasn't the same guy. I had interactions with him and his brother Black Sam. He wasn't the same guy because one of the greatest things his father did was make him go to Africa and go to Ethiopia and connect with his roots. And you know, if you guys watch one of Nipsey Hussle's, his last album, okay? On his last album, the song Victory, where did he film that at? Do you know where he filmed that at? You guys know where he filmed that? He filmed it in the Mayan Aztec pyramids. How many rappers from the 60s, rolling 60s, or Denver Lane, or Harlem, or how many rappers you know from, you know, Black Gangster Disciples or wherever, doing videos in the pyramids? So he wasn't the same guy. He evolved into something else. And I'm gonna say this. I gotta go here. I'm gonna say this. I didn't know how much influence he had. I used to see the kid all the time. I seen him all the time. And I actually had a meeting with him and Black Sam. And I saw him, Black Sam, 2 weeks with his brother. And they look so much alike. I saw his brother 2 weeks before he got killed. And we were going to arrange for me to kind of show them what the Family Capture Team is doing, because Nipsey was with the crypto. Make no mistake. He invested in a company called Follow Coin, which was a coin that would indicate to you what coins you want to trade. So it was called Follow Coin. So he was highly invested in that. And so anyway, long story short, that the government or whoever knew his influence more than he did. Because remember, they listen to your phone calls, they watch your Google, they listen to who talking about you. Oh yeah, whoa. They can hear people talking about you and admiring you. They know your influence more than you do. Wow. They know your influence more than you do. I didn't know his influence until he died. And I saw Stevie Wonder and Jay-Z and J-Lo and Beyonce and Will Smith. And I saw all these huge names. At his funeral, I said, damn, if he only knew when he was living the kind of influence that he had. I mean, he knew people. I'm not saying he didn't know he knew people, but our enemies know our influence more than we do. Don't think they don't. They understand your influence. And so again, that whole case it just don't make sense to me. You know, I grew up in the streets, in the hood. You know, I'm like everybody else. I grew up in a regular, you know, Black community, and I've never seen nobody who is the driver not go to jail. I mean, I got too many friends in jail just riding the car. So I don't know how that girl did not get arrested. It don't make sense to me. But there's a whole lot of stuff in that case don't make sense. When I saw Christopher Dorton, I'm like, where y'all get this dusty Negro from? I ain't seen Christopher Dorton since the OJ case. I knew my whole antennas went up when I seen that. I was like, whoa. He come out to defend the guy that killed Nipsey. Everybody should have been suspicious when that happened. That was totally suspicious. And then if you guys notice, they haven't been really playing the case. When a celebrity get killed, they be on it. You see everything. When a celebrity, I mean, you know, they be watching, you know, when with Smolin, what that dude Smolin, when he quote unquote got beat up, they followed that case every day. You've seen everything about that case. Here is one of the major celebrities. This dude was up for a Grammy. And we don't even hear nothing about the case no more. It's awfully strange to me. But again, like I said, you guys, he was perpetuating and resonating a very powerful message to young gangbangers. And if you know anything about the gang culture, it is dominant in the inner cities, not just in Los Angeles, in Chicago, in Harlem, in Detroit, in Texas. The gang culture, the United States has really one of the strongest gang cultures in the world. And I was just listening to Akon. He made such a powerful point. Akon said America does a great job. They have done the most excellent job with marketing and branding America. Because when the people outside of America look at America, they see the big buildings, they see corporate America, they see Wall Street, they don't see brothers getting shot down in Chicago. They don't show that. They don't show brothers getting shot down in LA. They don't show the gang violence. They don't show a lot of the dangerous things. America got more guns than any other country on the streets. It is one of the most dangerous places to live. But when you watch it from the outside, you see the Mercedes, you see this, you see all of this stuff. They have done an excellent job marketing and branding America. It's to a point where they brainwash people around the world to not even know some of the negative things that's going on in America. They've done a great job of that. They make you think, yeah, the home of the brave, the home of the free. They don't see all the racist bullshit we deal with. They don't understand that. They don't show that. They don't highlight that. You know, I showed a girl out here in Dominican Republic. I showed a girl the Ku Klux Klan. She'd never seen that, heard of that in her life. And when I showed it to her, she was like, I understand why you are the way you are. Yeah. And so Akon was saying that, you know, like when you go to Africa, you think, you know, you just think it's just all rule. You think that people run around naked. You think that people, you know, I met this Nigerian guy one time named Alex, and he wanted to show me pictures of his family. And he didn't have a cell phone at this time, which was a long time ago. So he wanted to show me pictures of his family. He lived in my neighborhood. And when he showed me his pictures, he showed me his BMW. I was like, oh man, that's nice. What is that? Because I didn't know the kind of BMW he had. It was very extravagant. He said, that's my Camel. So then he showed me his house. He said, this is my hut. He had a nice house. So he said, I know they teach you guys here that we live in huts and we ride camels and we run around naked and all that. So what I'm saying is they have misrepresented Africa in a way to where you don't realize that downtown Nigeria is probably bigger than New York. It's huge. And they got cities, you know, they're huge cities, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, you got Ghana, you got the huge Kenya, there's huge cities. Mozambique, huge cities in Africa, but they don't show you that. They don't show you that. They show you the rural areas as though the whole Africa is like that. So again, like I said, they've done an excellent job, a tremendous job marketing America. And everybody think that America is just so beautiful, so home of the free. Everything is just, when you go there, it's going to be the land of milk and honey. There's no violence. There's no, I mean, they describe it almost like heaven. But we know different who live in the hood. We know different who grew up in you know, middle-class families or in just the inner cities. We know better that it's not what they telling people it is. It's got its dangers, a lot of dangers. You know, like I said, most of my friends in Los Angeles, they ride around with pistols, even though they're not gang affiliated. It's the culture, you know. And so a lot of youngsters like me, when I drive around Los Angeles, I don't get challenged as much. Bitcoin Armani, different story. Me, you know, they can look at me and say, okay, he's the older guy, he's doing this grown man thing. But a lot of the youngsters riding around Los Angeles, they're gonna check your temperature. You're gonna drive through some neighborhoods and they're gonna check your temperature. Period. They're gonna, hey, where you from? Who you know over here? Woo, woo. And Chicago's even worse. I've been to Chicago. I'm from Chicago originally, and driving through Chicago, I've literally had dudes stop me at they like got perimeters in certain neighborhoods. You can't even come in certain neighborhoods if they don't know who you are or know who you're going to visit. It's like a war zone. But they don't show you guys that on the media. But again, like I said, I just wish more rappers was showing the entrepreneurialism of, what they do. A lot of people know Jay-Z has made some money. A lot of people know, but I'm saying they don't show this on their videos. On their videos, they really showing, okay, spend the money, and throw money and drive the nice car. And that's what the message they're showing. And it's misleading. It's misleading to a lot of our kids who seeing that. Of course, they want the finer things in life. I wanted the finer things in life growing up as well. Nobody was there to teach me about trading, about investing, about passive income, about real estate even. Nobody was there to teach me these things that you need to perpetuate the finer things in life. Because if you don't get that, that's that middle part I'm telling you about. If you don't get that, then you're just gonna have the, make money and spend money. That's what we do. We make money and we buy things. That's what we do. That's the furthest that we go with our knowledge of money. It's interesting, but we're trained. It's a training. Now back to what I was talking about, the Federal Reserve. Jonathan made up a good point. You guys missed this. We're going to talk about the point that he brought up. I asked you guys, and I know Miss Roxanne and I know Jarrell Jordan was on the call I had yesterday. And the thing about the Federal Reserve is what they're doing is they're directly depositing value. I'm not going to even say currency. It's value in your account now. It's never been done before. This is going to have disastrous repercussions. People are going to think this is good because they're stupid and they don't study money. They don't understand what money is. I don't even want to call the people stupid. They're misguided and they're not educated about how this money works. And so what's going to happen is they're going to deposit value directly in your account. This is going to have disastrous results. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because the Federal Reserve only deal with banks and governments. They've only dealt with banks and governments for centuries, not just a few years, centuries. They used to loan money to kings and emperors. And then when we got out of the monarchy system, central banks started loaning money to governments. They loan money to governments. But now, and then governments get into debt. They charge the people taxes to pay back the debt. That's how it's been working for centuries. Now, because the central banks have allowed, and we've been talking about this for years. Family Cat Sheen, we've been talking about this for 3 years. Is that the debt, and then people just get tired of hearing. It's like, oh man, we've been hearing about this debt. We've been hearing about the sky's falling, the economy's gonna crash. Okay, whatever, we hear that. They've heard it a million times. But just because you heard it a million times doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. Because you heard it a million times means that you should be even more susceptible to listening to it. Do you guys realize that Noah, everybody said, well, Noah taught and he built this ark and told everybody to beware. But what they don't realize is Noah taught for 100 years. Noah taught for 100 and something years. Noah lived to be 900 years old according to the Bible, but he taught for 100 years. So it wasn't like he just came and said, hey, the rain coming, you better get ready. No, he taught for 100 years. So we've been talking for 3 years. I've been hearing guys I've been hearing this before I really got deep into economics. I've been hearing this at least 20 years. Hey, the economy's gonna crash. Hey, the economy's gonna crash. I know you guys have been hearing it, okay? And it's all because debt. What is debt? Debt is a promise to pay, okay? It's a promise to pay. Also, I look at debt as a clock. And I look at a clock and I can actually evaluate any individual by that clock. I don't care what you say, what you do, what people say about you. Time is going to tell who you are, not what people say. It's time. You have to look at that clock. So when it comes to value and money, okay? Or something that's presumed to be money. If they tell you this is money, guess what? Time is gonna tell. Time is gonna tell. Why? Because this is gonna either lose value or it's gonna gain value. If it lose value, it damn sure ain't money. Okay, if it's not portable, it's not money. So a lot of people try to make things money. It's not money. They try to say, okay, well, you know, my house is money. Well, you can't take your house to another country. It's not really money. It's not portable. It doesn't fit that description. Now, you can extract value out of your house, but it doesn't fit the description of divisibility. How do you divide up the value of your house? You can write, okay, people in the house, he's got this percent, she's got that. You can do that in a contract. You can't do that in a contract. But you can't just cut the houses in pieces. You can't do that. So it's not divisible, okay? In a sense, it's not really divisible. Like I said, you can divide up 20% here, 20 like that. But you know, with a dollar, you can break it down into 100 different digits. You know, that's divisible as hell. And then everybody can actually walk away with a piece and possess a piece of it. That's what makes it somewhat of money. It fits the definition in divisibility, even though that is currency, it's not money, but like I said, it's more of a definition of money than a house. So again, like I said, people don't really understand what money is. We're stuck on this consumerism. That's what we're learning. We're learning, okay, of course, we all have the ability to make money. I don't care who you are. I was looking at Mike Tyson the other day. He filed bankruptcy. When he first filed bankruptcy years ago, he was $30 million in the hole. When he had $300 million, this is what I'm talking about. He's missing something in the middle. Something in the middle missing. And this is what the family cash machine is about. We're tired of going from 300 million to broke, 400 million to broke, 100 million to broke. You know how many people that went through that? Ivan Iverson, Terrell Owens. I can go on and on. I can sit here and name names and until the webinar's over. As far as Black people who've had millions and now broke. I can probably sit here for a week and name names. So there's something in the middle we missing. And that's what we're here in the Family Cash Machine about, is to give our people the fill-in. What's the in-between? What's going to get you to longevity of money? And one thing is not going to get you there is buying. Your lust, your desire to buy is greater than your desire to make money. Your desire to buy is greater than your desire to have money in the future, to have some discipline, to say, hey, I need something for the next generation. That's an unselfish act. When you say, you know what, it ain't about me no more. It's about these kids that I've had. It's about them having something in the future. That's an unselfish act. And it takes a lot of planning to make your money last like that, to be able to last that long and to still withstand. It has to be moving. There's no such thing as sitting still. Just forget that. Nothing in the universe is still. Everything is disintegrating or it's evolving. There's no such thing as sitting still. So your money can't sit still. There's no such thing as sitting still because you got bills coming every day. So again, what they're doing with the value, it's crazy what they're getting ready to do. Like I said, I knew they was going to a digital currency, but I had no idea they was going to do what they're getting ready to do. They blowing me away with this. Because, like I said, the central banks now will directly deal with the people, individuals. They're going to deal with the post office. They're going to deal with small banks, credit unions. And they're going to take the role of the banks. Woo! Banks are going to have to readjust themselves to what's going on because the Federal Reserve, which is the central bank, will now directly be able to deposit value, not money, value to your account. Now, I'm going to ask Miss Roxanne because I think she knows. What's a big problem with that, with the central banks being able to deposit value in each individual's account? Could you tell me? I know you know. There's a lot of problems with.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a lot of problems with that, but I know you can come up with one.
So in what sense? So you're saying the central banks depositing all the money in everybody's in people's bank account? You're asking me the question?
Yeah, they're gonna be depositing not money. So I want people to realize it's not money that they're depositing, it's value. So they're just gonna make up a digit and say, hey, here's $50 or here's 2,000. It's not really money, it's just digits that they're gonna put in your account.
Right, right.
That's
So
what banks are doing now. Banks do that anyway. Like banks, like when you put 50,000 in your account, they take 40,000 immediately out and they loan that money out. But the digits still say that it's 40,000. But because you gave them a physical object, they have to produce a physical object.
Right.
Saying? So if I go and say, hey, I want all my damn money, they got to produce my money.
Right.
And the dollar can never go under 0.00 in value. It can't. I'm gonna tell you why. Even in Venezuela, where they got hyperinflation, you need now say $20,000 to buy a loaf of bread, right? Well, their money still has value. It just lost a lot of value. But $1 might be 0.0000000.1, you know what I mean? But it still has some value. Something.
Right.
Right. So somebody said the cost of paper.
Well, I'm thinking in terms, there's a lot of ways that I look at it. I look at it based on me knowing about a lot of ways in which the banks function, is that when you put your money in the bank, you're lending it to them because they you know, they make loans on it, you know.
Yes.
And you know, when you come back for that money, you know, they're not paying you anything for lending that money out. In essence, you know, they try to make you feel like they're doing you a favor, but you're doing them a favor because your signature is on there.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, so, and then, you know, with this new digital currency coming out, it's going to be monitored. It's not going to be decentralized. It's going to be centralized. So it's the same thing. It's just that we won't see the money part and we won't have the physical part of it.
Exactly. That's one of the things that it's going to do. You are absolutely right. It's going to be a non-physical object. But the other thing that it's the most devastating thing that I think is going to, it's a couple of very devastating things that it's going to do. One is it allows the central banks to implement policy immediately. What I mean by that is, oh, if you don't get a COVID shot and an implant, you won't be able to receive monies. We won't give you, you know, it's a conditioning thing. Like we can really control you now. If you don't go get that shot, not only are you not going to be able to get on a plane, but we're going to hold back your revenue because you're not going to be able to go to public places and spend it anyway. So you might as well you understand what I'm saying?
Well, we need an intervention.
They can implement policy right away.
The world is going to go bananas because, you know, people are not going to, you know, we're all adults. We're not little kids where they got to make us sit down and like, oh, you sit in the corner, let's put a needle in you. People are not going to go for that crap. I don't want to curse.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that it's not going to just come down like that. They are very, very crafty with how they do things.
Yes. So what they're going to do everybody
first, first what they're going to do is put you on a universal basic income. So now everybody looking at, oh shit, they giving us money.
Yeah.
So they're going to do that for a year or two, but now they got you on this currency. See, you didn't bit the hook. It's like, okay, I got the fish on the hook now.
They don't give you the crack. They don't give you the crack, and now you're hooked.
Yes, you're hooked now. See, they're going to give you some money because everybody hurting. They have purposely crashed the global economy. Well, how did they purposely crash the global economy? They purposely crashed the global economy by saying, oh my God, this disease is so bad, we got to shut down all the businesses. And we all went for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. We went for it. And they orchestrated policy to make this thing worse than it is. They went to the CDC, the World Health Organization. All of them made policies to make the death rate look higher than it is. See? So
Right.
now all these different governors and senators and prime ministers around the world, they're all playing into this script. It's been orchestrated. That's how I know it's orchestrated, because everybody playing into the bullshit. Because first of all, this whole COVID has not killed more people than the regular flu. It hasn't. And the only reason the numbers show that it has is because they redefined death rates certificates now. If you have, like I said, positive, if you tested positive for the COVID, first of all, they don't even got a test for the COVID. Let's just get that right. There's no test for COVID. People need to wake the hell up. It's a PCR test they give you. That's not a COVID test. There's no such thing as a COVID test. So they first tricked you right there. Oh, we're going to give you a COVID test. Well, there's no COVID test. And even on the PCR test, it tells you this is not to be used.
Is it cold?
For COVID.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. So that's the first thing. That's the first trick. Then what they said is, okay, if you test positive and you died from a gunshot wound. I just played the video yesterday of the CDC lady saying, well, the way it works is if you get if you test positive, and let's say, for instance, you died from pneumonia or you died from a gunshot wound, then the cause of death, even though you died from a gunshot wound, because you tested positive, is going to be COVID. So that right there manipulates the numbers. You didn't die from COVID, you got shot in the head. But because you tested positive, that's going to go as the cause of death. They came right on TV and told everybody they was going to do that. And I'm not making this up. I showed the video yesterday when a lady from CDC said that. So this is one of the ways that they boosted the numbers up to be higher than it is. So now you got all these COVID deaths, but they really not COVID deaths. And the people not looking at that. Every time I hear the news, I just cringe. Every time I hear people say, oh, it's 350,000 deaths, I be like, no, it's not. This lady told you right there on the news how they were going to manipulate the numbers. It's not. So this is why all this, the policies have been implemented based on fake numbers. For one, that's the first thing we got to look at. Now, everybody knowing that these numbers are not right, because the CDC came out and told them that they're manipulating the numbers. They basically came and told you why, because they don't want to get sued. So they got to tell you what they're doing. Then they came out again on August the 25th and said, hey, by the way, all these deaths we have, this 200,000, only 6% were actually COVID. So that means now we're about 10,000 people or something like that, or something like that. We're 9,000 people. That's not worse than the flu. But yet we still talking about, oh, we got to do a second lockdown now, a second lockdown. So the whole global economic crash is being hastened. They're hastening it. Now, what I mean by that is it was already crashing from debt. Before this whole COVID, the Federal Reserve was doing infinity QE. They straight said out of their mouth. They was bailing out the banks with the repo. And the repo bailouts was getting so massive, they did QE 4, 5, 6, 7. Then they said, you know what? We're going to do QE infinity. And anybody on this call, that might be the COVIDs. But anybody on this call, I got the COVIDs. So anybody on this call, that's how the world's crazy it is. Somebody cough, everybody looking, it's crazy. If we've had colds, we've had pandemics, we've had major epidemics for thousands of years, and the human being is still here. Now, how you gonna? I just heard Biden say something really stupid. He said, "I'm not gonna lock down." He said, "I'm not gonna lock you down. I'm not gonna stop your freedom. I'm gonna stop the COVID." Okay. First of all, we know there is a virus. There is a virus, but at the same time, I haven't seen no major celebrities die. I've seen, Tom Hanks. I've seen Idris Elba, Madonna, Lady Gaga. I've seen Cuomo. I've seen so many bunch of basketball players, and nobody died. Interesting. All these people caught it, nobody died. Interesting. But the people that did die was the ones that went on the respirators. 80% of the people go on respirators die. So that means, what does that mean? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. If 80% of the people that go on respirators die, if I was a doctor, I'll stop putting them on respirators. How about that? That's not working. I have common sense. So common sense tells me that's not working. So this is I'm upset because it's getting worse. The youngsters call it effery. I ain't gonna say the word effery. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Bitcoin Armani, you know what I'm talking about. The effery is getting worse and worse and worse. You understand what I'm saying, Bitcoin?
The fuckery.
Yes, sir. It's getting worse. And the people are going for this bullshit. And it's the scientific common sense it doesn't even make common sense. It doesn't make any scientific proof of none of them that they're doing. They're just pulling numbers out their ass right now and scaring the heebie-jeebies out of the people because they want to bring in this stuff. So again, one of the things they're going to be able to do with that is implement policy and more and kind of like not really persuade, but pretty much force people to do things that they normally may not do because they're controlling your revenue. And all the revenue got to come through them to you. Okay. Now, the other thing about that is just dangerous. Whoo, this is deep, man. In a sense, there's 1,000 different things that controls the value of the dollar. Now, there's going to be one thing control the dollar. Somebody on the switch, just clicking the switch. They're going to interest rate up, interest rate down, interest rate up. They're going to be able to switch one switch. And guess what? Now they can, they can go 0.00, they can go under 0%. They can go under 0% for the value of the currency they're giving you. They can go way under zero with a digital product. Now, let's say Bitcoin Armani got $100 in the bank, and then in 1 month, it's $85. They can do that now. They can evaporate your value. Y'all ain't hear me on this.
Wow.
They can evaporate your freaking value because they're controlling the value. They don't just give you the currency now, they control the value of it. This is finna have no good ending to this. This is not gonna be good at all. They can evaporate your value. Now they can do it slow where you don't really see it, but it's still gone. Or they can do it fast. But I think what they're gonna do first is they're gonna say, hey, we got them. We can go negative interest. But they have to, see, this is what the devil does. If you ever watched the movie Devil's Advocate, the devil told, Al Pacino played that role. And he told the guy, when the guy went to him, he said, man, you're the devil, and you did all this stuff, and you did this, and you did that, and you did this. Since you've been around, everything just went crazy. I don't remember the scene exactly what was said, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And what the devil tell him? He said, I had no power over you. I just set the stage and you made the decision. You see that? So they're gonna set the stage. They lying on the media, all the media is in concordance with them. They blocking the truth. They censoring people on YouTube, censoring people on Twitter, censoring people on Facebook. Anybody that comes with any truth and revealing what this is, they blocking. So they set the stage. They're feeding you the information. There's one source of the narrative right now. So people gonna believe what they see and hear in the media. And all the media stations are cooperating with this big lie. And people don't have access at hearing anything other than this lie. Now, let me say one thing about a lie. It's not as powerful as the truth, because if the truth comes into the presence of a lie, it destroys that lie. it crumbles the lie. But if the lie is told enough over and over and over again, and there's no remnants of truth, people believe the lie. When people say, if you say something over and over again, repetitiously, it becomes the truth to you, whether it's the truth or not. It's called repetitious, I forgot what they call it, deceptive repetitious or something like that in psychology. When you say, somebody say something to you enough times, and you hear it enough times, and you repeat it enough times, whether it's the truth or not, you believe it. See that? So if they can block out any other narrative and they say this over and over again, oh, the COVID is killing people. Oh, the COVID is killing people. Oh, the COVID is killing people. Oh my God, it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. Oh my God, be careful. Oh my God, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You start believing that bullshit. It's a 2% chance to die when you get it. That's the real truth. 2%. You got a 2% chance to die. Why are you scared? You got a 98% chance to live. That's the facts. It's not killing all the people. Why? Because all the people that they got as death didn't die from that. They have other reasons why they died. They're just putting that label on it. This is some deep shit. And the people are just stupid right now. They're just going for it. So with this money thing, we headed to slavery. We're actually headed to a different form of slavery. That's what I see. So the family cash machine, we can't be more on time. The timing that we in right now, I just feel like what we're doing is a very strong divine purpose, period. Because we're coming at a time where people are gonna need this. They're gonna need to learn how to maneuver out of that bullshit, how to pull themselves out the matrix, and basically the mark of the beast. It basically is the mark of the beast. It is what it is. Because in the Bible, it talks about you can't buy nothing without it. You can't do nothing. They can control you through it and all this. Man, this sound kind of familiar to what I'm talking about right here. So this whole central bank, they have now, look, this is the deep part. They have made the central bank digital, virtual, whatever they're gonna put in your account, legal tender. They have made that legal tender with this new bill they just passed. And they coming out with an app, it's called like Pay Now. And it looks really nice when you see it, it's like, oh, damn, this is like PayPal or something. See? And it's gonna connect, boom, you're gonna be able to go right to your account, connect to all your accounts. They'll be able to put money in your account, but guess what? They'll be able to take money out too. So if I want to send Bitcoin or money $10, they're taking their tax right out. Oh, bam. They can see every ounce of value transacted in the world. Now people might say, well, what's wrong with that? They made the money. Okay. These are the same people that create wars. These are the same people that crash economies. Are these the same people that fund both sides of the war? They fund Germany, they fund America, they fund Russia, they fund China. They don't care who. They fund the Viet Cong and they fund the American. They fund both sides. They make money on both sides. These same people, you gonna trust them with your money? You're gonna trust them with your value. These are the people who basically enslave the world with taxes and all kind of different fines and licenses. And these are the same people who robbed the world in the whole 2008 crash. These are the same people that created the Great Depression. Some of these families are some of the families that was owners of slaves. Some of these families are the families that enslave people today in the diamond mines. Some of these people are the same people who control all the gold out of Africa. So you're gonna trust them? The people that's pretty much running the world and own all the wealth in the world, you're gonna trust them with your account. You're gonna trust them to portion you out some money. The same people that wanna vaccinate the whole world, chip the whole world, monitor the whole world, survey the whole world, take all of your rights. You have no constitution. Put the whole world in martial law. Have concentration camps. These are the people You trust what to give you some money and to hold your money. Oh, I'll hold it for you. I'll hold your money for you. See, that's what they're doing. I hold that. I hold that. We're gonna hold everybody's money in the world. Oh, but it's something that comes with that. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do this. And if you don't do it, well, we'll just X you out the system. You can't buy nothing. You can't transact. That's scary as hell to me. I don't know what the hell everybody else looking at. That's scary to me. But I'm not worried about it because I have the knowledge, and you guys have the knowledge to unplug from that bullshit. You can use crypto, you can use Bitcoin, you can use Ethereum, you can use 75 other coins on a decentralized blockchain and still exchange and maintain your own value. Wow. Powerful. Knowledge is powerful, ain't it? Ain't knowledge powerful? Powerful. You guys can just disconnect from all that bullshit. Oh, no, I'm cool. You know what? In fact, in the last days, the devil will give you the tool to destroy him. But you got to have the knowledge, see? So when they give me that universal basic income, I'm going to buy Bitcoin with it. How about that? I'm going to buy me some Ethereum. I'm going to switch that to something with real value. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy some gold. I'm going to buy something that they don't control the value or the distribution or the transactions. I'm going to take all that bad shit and turn it to good shit because that's God. That's what how God thinks. God takes negative and make it a positive, see? He take a negative and make it a positive, but you got to have a God like mine. You have to have the knowledge, the light to understand what's going on because darkness is not a good to be dark right now because this whole world turning dark. So again, that is very dangerous that they're going to be able to not just control every transaction in the world, but the value as well. And that's the most dangerous part of what I see because value, when I do a house right now, when I go and appraise a house, what I do to appraise a house is I have to go in that neighborhood and I have to find 3 homes with kind of the same amenities that the home that this is my subject. Okay, I got a subject property. Then I go find 3 different homes. And I have to kind of stay in that same little area. I can't go, in Beverly Hills and appraise a Beverly Hills home with comparables in, South Central LA. No, that's not how it works. It has to be in the same community, the same income, meaning that income in that area is the same, the amenities in that area, it's pretty much in that same area, within a certain radius. It's in Beverly Hills. And so I'll do 3 comparables. I'll go and find 3 comparables. What am I doing? When I go find 3 comparables, basically what I'm doing is I'm looking at a sale. Okay, now I might look at 3 listings. I might use 3 listings and 3 sales, closed sales. Now, what's the difference between a listing and a sale? Well, hell, I can list my house for 20 million. It don't mean it's gonna sell for that. But the listing should give me an indication of what people asking for in that neighborhood. Okay, so I need to find 3 listings close to those 3 sales because these 3 sales is the truth. Why? Because this one sale is the agreement between somebody that wanted to buy and somebody that was selling. A buyer and seller determined the value. Then I found 2 other homes that are about the same size as the subject, about the same bathrooms and bedrooms. Even if if the subject is a 3-bedroom and the 3 comparables that I'm using are 2 bedrooms, I can kind of determine what each bedroom costs because now I have activity between buyers and sellers to evaluate the value. Point is, the value didn't come from no bank. The value didn't come from no central bank. The value didn't come from the Federal Reserve. The value came from buying and selling an exchange in an open market where people were able to basically transact on an agreement. What they agreed on. They agreed on a price, So when you got 3 or 4 people agreeing on the price and the price is around the same, you kind of say, okay, this is the market value. That's free. Market value is free. It's created through transactions. No bank control that. No appraiser. When I go and appraise a property, people say, man, you need to make my house come in at this. I say, well, man, I don't make the value. All I'm doing is reporting the recorded closed sales in that area and determining an approximation of how much per square foot a house in this area, how much per bathroom in this area, how much per bedroom in this area. You know, you can determine that when you have data. But the data comes from active buyers, active sellers in an open market. What I mean by that? Okay, if I see Miss Roxanne sold her house to her sister, I might not use that as a comparable because they could have some conditions between those two that nobody knows. So that's not really a good sale. But if she listed her property on MLS or some kind of public listing, and she opened it up for people to look at it and bid on it, that's a good example of a good sale because it was open to anybody and everybody to bid on it and to put in what you call a purchase agreement and to counter each other. You know, it's a good sale because it went through a process of an agreement. So here is a currency that one person gonna tell you what it's worth. That's dangerous as hell. That's you. They setting you up for the kill, for real. So you're gonna take all of your value that you work for in your life and put it in their hands to tell you what it's worth. Shit, not me, not me, and not nobody on the Family Capital Chain, because we understand that value is created by open, fair market of exchange. Not no bank, not no person, none of that. If I want to sell you my car right now, I say, you say, hey, how much you want for your car? I want 30,000. You're gonna say, okay. You're gonna just give me the 30,000, or you're gonna look in the blue book and see what cars my year with my mileage and my make and model is selling for. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna look at the open free market because the open free market determines value. So I wanted to make that point to you guys. This is not what we have. Even the US dollar right now is I'm not gonna say true market value. They do manipulate that some, but we still use it in exchange. We still use it to buy oil, to buy gold, to buy things. So it's really hard to control the value. They can manipulate it a little bit. But the problem is, like I said, they kept giving out debt, and printing money that's nothing back in the dollar. So eventually it's going to crash because you can't just print the money with nothing that's back in the value. And if you print too much, it's going to affect the value. It is what it is. And they know the value is affected now, and it's going to eventually come down to its natural value, and they don't want the people to see that. So they got to implement something real quick before everybody see that the system's crashed. But what they're implementing is so diabolically sinister because the people haven't been taught value of money. The people haven't been taught what gives money value. The people haven't been taught the characteristics of money versus currency. So they're going to fall for the illusion of a currency, a digital currency that the Federal Reserve controls the value. Wow. When if they knew what money was, they would say, hold up, we don't want that because that's not real value there. That's a value you telling me what it's worth. It doesn't have any way for the free market to actually give it its value or to determine the value by trade and exchange. It's a value that you saying, oh, this is worth this. I'm gonna give you $1,500 of this digital virtual currency. Well, how I know that's $1,500? Because you said it's $1,500? Now you might be able to buy $1,500 worth of stuff with it right now because everybody believes it's worth $1,500. But when the real market value kick in, then you'll know what it's worth. But now you're stuck with it. And now they're like, oh, our bad. The whole world is in poverty now. Well, I guess you got to do what we say. The whole world is in poverty now. So I guess you guys got to listen to whatever resolution we got now. How about that? That's what's going to happen. So they're luring people into this, but they're going to give people something first. So they drop their guards. Are we coming up with this whole new system? Because the COVID, that's what they're gonna say. The COVID destroyed the economy. The economy was destroyed before that. It was out of control. So they're gonna have something to blame it on. They got people all in fear now. Oh my God, we gotta do something. Okay, we got you. We got your best interests. Don't worry about it. We got you. Hey, we're starting a whole new system. It's all gonna be great. It's gonna be excellent. Matter of fact, we're gonna give you guys, to make sure you're okay, every month, we're gonna give you money and you're gonna be okay. You know how many people gonna go for this? Oh, the devil's a lie, ain't he? The devil is a lie. We're gonna make sure we teach people, and many people will listen to us. Don't go for that bullshit. Now, you might have to accept some of that because it's gonna be a global currency, but don't put all your value in that. That's the key. Don't fall for the okie doke. Keep the majority of your value in something that has real value, where the value can't be manipulated and the value can't be dissipated or disintegrated like they're gonna do, evaporated. You want something that holds its value, that has real value, and you guys understand, who are in Bitcoin with me and understand who are in cryptocurrency, how real value is derived. You guys understand it. You really do. And the average person doesn't. And they haven't taught that in school. They don't want to teach that because they wanted to get to a day where they could just manipulate everybody through manipulating and controlling the currency and controlling the value of that currency, controlling the distribution of that currency, controlling the whole transaction. Oh my God, this is something else. They're gonna control every freaking transaction. They're gonna see every transaction ever in the world, every second, every dollar, every penny, and these are the crooks. These are the same ones that in the Bible, you go to the Bible, you go way back thousands of years, they call them the money changers. These are the same ones that Jesus went into the temple with the whip. Same people. It might be different faces, but it's the same mindset. It's the same philosophy. Okay? So we on top of it. We see it. I thank God that we have vision. We see what's going on. We're teaching the people. We're not gonna stop. We're not gonna let nothing stop us from this mission. We're gonna continue to teach people, and we're gonna position ourselves to make a bunch of money. It's gonna happen. We keep teaching this. We keep putting people in position. We start bringing people into this knowledge and learning this. They're gonna start flocking to us in droves because we're teaching the truth. We're teaching them something they're not getting nowhere else. They're not gonna get this nowhere else. Nobody's teaching this. Everybody, every news channel they turn to is gonna tell them, hey, we got it fixed. Everything is okay. You guys need to do this now. And they're gonna follow it just like the Pied Piper. Everybody gonna just they're gonna go right along with it. Okay. So it's interesting. Now I'm gonna open up for some questions. Anybody got some questions they want to ask about what's going on with this whole central bank, Federal Reserve currency that they're getting ready to kick in? Go ahead,
I
John.
don't have a question, but I got a comment. I mean, when you go all the way back to, the creation of the Federal Reserve, I mean, it was already set up, to be deceptive and to, bring advantage to only a certain group of people. So that system is really, been playing for the longest. And this whole digital coin is a reaction to cryptocurrency, and all the benefits it has. So we got to understand it. They think with that same mindset. So they're like, okay, how can we cause them to give up their control? So it's very deceptive. So I mean, we got to be people that have the right information, have wisdom and knowledge, and we can't be deceived, man, because it's a mess out here what they're doing. But it's really the same game. It's just a different quarter. That's all.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's a mess out there, man. It's a mess out there, and it's getting worse. And it's only getting worse because of the ignorance of the people, man. The lack of understanding. And, when I got an Instagram. I try to put pictures on Instagram. Sometimes there are pictures of our business. Sometimes it's just pictures of what I do, and I can't help but see what's going on. And I want to stay connected. I don't want to become so conscious and so, enlightened to where I'm out of touch with the people. I always want to stay in touch with the people and see what they doing. But some of the stuff I see is everybody shaking their booty. Everybody doing these stupid videos. Everybody want to laugh. Everything is for a joke right now. And people need to really have a little bit of seriousness. Now, I like to laugh too. I laugh a lot. Believe me, I make fun of every situation, and even in this most tragic world we living in, with so much really troublesome things are happening. I make a way to laugh. I do, but I'm not just all doing videos all day to make people laugh. Neither. I'm not shaking my booty and showing all everything. I see these women, man. Now it's just sick. It's sad, man. It's sad to see, the levels that they go to for attention. It's like you selling your soul just to get some attention. Like, damn, how much attention you need? Like, it's like, I see it, man. I just see these women just debasing themselves to a level that they don't have to. If a man got to see the crack of your ass all day long, that ain't the man you want. It really ain't. You know what I'm saying? You need to be trying to make these men deal with your mind and deal with your intellect and your spirit and your energy and your soul. You really want him to connect with you on another level. But I see a lot of women on Instagram. To me, it look like they trying to fix themselves up for the highest bidder. That's kind of what I see. It's like they're not really on the corner hoeing, but they kind of present themselves in a way where it's kind of like, okay, I'm trying to catch the big fish. That's what I see. That's what I see. It's just sad, man, that we've come to this to where everybody's about money. Money. Let's get the money, girl. I don't care. Just get the money. And you gotta have some kind of morals about yourself. You gotta have some kind of one of the most problems I'm seeing in this world right now. Nobody has, I'm not saying nobody, most people don't have a definition of who they are. So when you don't have defining lines of what you do and what you won't do, you'll do anything. You know what I'm saying? I have certain lines that I won't do, certain things I won't do, no matter what, no matter how much money, certain things I won't do. And so most people haven't defined themselves in this world. They think that as long as it's making money, it's making sense. If it ain't making no money, it ain't. That's not true. Everything is not based on monetary gain. It's just not. We talk about money because we talk about money in a sense of our freedom. We talk about money in a sense of maintaining our freedoms and not losing our freedoms. And we talk about money in a sense of not losing our value. So where now we don't have anything of value, and all of our value is controlled by the people that's trying to control you. No. So that's why we talk about money. We talk about money in a sense to put our families in a position where they won't have to do some of the stuff that we might have had to do growing up. So we want to get generational wealth. We want our children to be, in a position where they don't have to compromise. Okay. Now, in order for us to do that, we have to have knowledge. We're not going to get generational wealth without no knowledge, unless we just get lucky. And I don't even think that's going to happen. If you get lucky and win the lottery, you'll be broke in 10 years if you don't have the knowledge. So you have to have the knowledge of how to do it. Like I said, what I'm seeing is us buying things, us making money, whether we're a rapper or football player or whatever. We're making the money and then we're spending the money. And we demonstrate it on Instagram. And I can't tell you how many videos I see of different rappers going to buy gold, diamonds, bling bling, cars. And they show this on Instagram all the time. They show their personal lives of the things they're buying. And all the kids is watching, it's like, oh man, I want to buy that one day. I want to be able to buy that one day. I want to be able to buy that one day. But nobody's talking about business. Nobody's talking about generational wealth. Nobody's talking about perpetuating your money and making your money make money. Nobody's talking about that. They need to show them that. And a lot of the rappers are not doing that. So that's why a lot of the rappers and a lot of the basketball players, when they not hot no more, they broke. Because there's a gap in the middle that's missing. There's something missing here. We got the income, make money, work, hustle, get the bag. We got that. And then we got the buy the diamonds, buy the Fendi, buy the Gucci, buy the the Louis Vuitton, buy the Bentley, we got that. But there's a whole lot here in the middle we missing. So we enter and exit the money game. We enter the money game and exit the money game. That's what I see. And we gotta come in and be able to tell people, hold up. This is not about how many watches you got. I know you saw Rick Ross with all them damn watches on this video, but you didn't see that Rick Ross owned all them damn Wingstops. That's the part you're not seeing. You're not seeing that part. He doing a video with all the watches because it look fly. Hey, it do look fly. When you get up in the morning, come down with your robe on, boom, dude, open up the little case. You got like 20 different $50,000, $100,000 watches to pick from. Oh, I'll put this one on today. That dude look fly. But it's an illusion. It's an illusion because if you live in that illusion, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening one day. And you're gonna look up and you're gonna have to sell some of the watches. Because you don't got the middle part there, see? You don't got that middle part. And so when you're not hot no more, Rick Ross ain't gonna be hot forever. He ain't gonna be hot forever. He hot now. But one day he'll cool off and somebody else will be in the spot. So now the money ain't coming in. But now you still want to pop them watches. You better have something in between here. And that's, like I said, Rick Ross, fortunately, he do. And that's why I said that on this video, because I want people to know, oh, he got some passive income. He's very smart. I'm not mad at the brother at all. He got an artist that he assigned. He getting his money. But he needs to be more of an example for that, for the kids. Show the kids that part. Let them see that. Let them see that part. Like, oh shit, I see why he got all these watches. He got money making money even when he not rapping. Yes, he do. And that's the part they need to see. That's what we need to see. Our kids need that. They need that sight. They need that sight. Not just you buying the watches or something, because they're not getting it. Because I deal with a lot of kids. I got 20-year-olds. I got a 19 and a 20-year-old. So I see how they think. I see how their friends think. And I had one girl tell me, she was like, you know what? She wanted to blow up our Instagram. And she said, I want to blow up your Instagram, but I'm going to show y'all with a bunch of money. I want to flash a bunch of money. I want to show a bunch of people money, and you're going to get your company going to blow up. And I said, I don't want to do that because I don't want to sell an illusion. I don't want to sell people, oh, soon you come in, you're going to make a bunch of money. No, don't work like that. Now, we do have a platform where people can make money, no question. But we want to show money that people making, that's actually making. We don't want to fake it till we make it. We don't want to do that. We don't want to have y'all take pictures with a bunch of money that y'all didn't make. No. When we have pictures of money, these people really made this money. We're not going to show no money. We're going to show the Bitcoins that people made. And eventually, as people, we just started our program. So as more and more people start making money, we'll show some of that. But at the end of the day, we don't want people to just think, oh, you can just go in there and in 1 week you're rich. To me, that's the wrong message. It's misleading. It's misleading. It's very misleading. And I see a lot of companies do that, and they don't care. They don't have no morals. They don't have no principles. But the attitude is just, oh, we're going to show a bunch of people with a bunch of money, and we'll get a bunch of people in here. Yeah, but you're going to get a bunch of people that's a headache. You're going to get a bunch of people that don't understand what it takes to make money. You're going to get a bunch of people that's not team players. You're going to get a bunch of people that's not understanding the freedom that we fight for. We fight for freedom. We fight for our freedom, not just to have money, but we fight for our freedom to be able to transact. We're fighting for our freedom to be able to maintain our own value. We're fighting for our freedom that we don't want to have a currency that's connected to our decisions, and we got to do certain things that we don't want to do to keep them giving us money. Now, we don't want all that. We don't want to have to sell our soul to live. Like, it's crazy. So it's more to it for us than just the money. Now, what about you having money and you being wealthy and then you being independent and you being free to do what you want to do, and you understand the difference between being a slave, being a sellout, and being a free, independent thinker? What about that? What about being a person with real money and having the knowledge and the insight to impact other people's lives and help other people to become free and to become independent? What about that? Because see, you don't want to get a bunch of money, but then you control. You can't tell nobody. You can't save nobody. You can't teach nobody because you're in control. They got you in check. See, a lot of people got money, they sold. They can't come and help the Black community. They can't. They in check. See, I play chess. Somebody say check, your butthole tighten up. You're like, oh shit. Let me look at this board again. They got them in check. They got millions, but they in check. I want to be a free, independent black man. I want to be a multi-millionaire, free, independent, multi-millionaire. Nobody controls me but God himself. Period. Nobody controls me but God himself. I don't answer to nobody but God. That's what we want. We don't want to be under the control of this world. This world done went freaking crazy, man. They mad. It's madmen. They madmen. They sick, man. They psychopathic. You know what I'm saying? And so we want to give our kids the example of an independent, free, wealthy black woman, a free, independent black woman, a free, wealthy, independent black man. We want to show them they need to see that, because that ain't what they seeing now. That ain't what the entertainers are. They all control. They got all them in check. They open their mouth too much. They shut their money down. You see what just happened to Nick Cannon? He opened his mouth trying to get off. Oh yeah, the black company or the black. Next thing you know, he apologized. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, please don't take all my money. See what I'm saying? Broke him down like a shotgun. See, you got the turban on. You all black conscious, and you all black man. Brother, we finna take your show. I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize. See, I don't want to be that kind of black man. I'm not that. No, I stand on my own 2 feet. I meant it. I said it. I represent it. Hey, this is what I said. This is what I stand on. Nobody's gonna control that but God himself. God tell me, don't speak on this, don't do that, move like this, move like that. That's how I move. Ain't no person, no man on this planet gonna threaten me and gonna tell me what I can and cannot do for my people. No, not gonna happen. And that's what I'm saying. We have to be free. We fight for our freedom, man. We fight to not just have money, but to maintain our God freedoms, our God-given freedoms. That's what's at stake right now. People got to understand this, man. Your freedom is at stake. I'm not giving that to nobody. I was talking to the ambassador the other day, Brother Jarrell. He's a pastor. And I told him the greatest gift God gave us is the power to choose. If you're a monkey, you can't do nothing but be a monkey. You don't know nothing but monkeyism. Use a monkey, use a monkey. The monkey don't kick it with the giraffes. You don't never see the monkey hanging out with the lions. It just don't happen. The monkey is the monkey, okay? So he don't have a choice. He has to be his nature. But the human being, I believe, the way I think, now I'm not no preacher. I don't want nobody on here to think this is a religious program. This is not. This is a wealth conscious program, but we are spiritual. And we welcome all religions here, all, okay? We're not set tripping like that. Oh, you are a Baptist, Lutheran, Methodist. No, we ain't set tripping like that. If you believe in God, you good with us. How about that? I don't care what your religion. If you believe in God, you good with us. Now, let me say this. We want to make sure that we keep our power to choose. That's the most powerful thing God gave you. Now, I do know that the Most High could force everybody to do what he wants. I believe he can do that. He can force you into submission. He can do something so magnificent that you will be forced to submit. Every human being, I believe, he can force them to submit. But he don't do that. He lets you choose. That's powerful. He lets you choose. Even when you choose bad, he gives you the power to choose. Why would I give that to somebody? Why would I give a senator, a politician, a government, a banker, the power to choose for me? Hell no. No, it ain't gonna happen. I will fight to the death for that. I'm just not. Because I understand that's something God gave me. See? That's how we gotta look at this thing. This is bigger than Bitcoin now. Now, thankfully, look, whoever created Bitcoin, I'm gonna keep telling y'all this, was a divine person. No question about it. Because they created this before they even came up with all this bullshit. Jonathan said they came up with this to counter the Bitcoin. That could be true. They might have looked at Bitcoin, but see, that's the devil. See, the devil takes something that's original and he inverts it, see, to work in opposition to God's law. See that? He'll take something God created and he'll twist it. See, like God created out of atoms. He split the atom and created a nuclear bomb. See that? That's the devil. That's double thinking. God created atoms. Everything consists of atoms. This guy goes in a laboratory and splits an atom and creates the atomic bomb. Destruction. When the atom is a part of creation. See that? So the devil look at stuff and he uses the same knowledge and inverts it and make it destructive. See that? That's how you know who the devil is. See? He'll take something natural, something that's God-given, and he'll twist it and flip it. And now something else. So I'm not giving my freedom to nobody. I'll be reading so many blogs. I'll be reading so many people's comments, and everybody I read, damn near 90% of this world is like, not 90%, I'm gonna say at least, I say it's 60, 70%. I don't know, I'm not a statistic person, but the vast majority of people I see is like, hell no, we ain't taking no vaccine. Hell no, we ain't doing that. Hell no, we ain't getting no chip. So they know this, so they gotta figure out a crafty way to have you volunteer your freedoms. Think about that. They gotta get you to volunteer your freedom. Like the devil said, I had no power over you. You know why? Because if you read the Bible, God told the devil, you can do everything with Job you want, but you can't touch his life. That's deep. In other words, he didn't have the power to take the man's life. Only God got that power. So what I'm saying to you, so the devil don't have no power. He set the stage, and then he lies, and he makes you to believe the lie, and then you choose to do something through temptation. See that? That's how he works. He can't make you do nothing. If God ain't gonna make you do nothing, how can the devil have the power to make you do something? Think about that. God ain't gonna even make you do something. So you think he get the devil the power to make you do something? No, but he lets the devil set the stage. And see, he'll set the stage, and then you make the decision of destruction. So we gotta enlighten our people and make sure they understand. Because some of them, like you said, out of ignorance, they could be making a bad decision. You know, but I also don't believe that God allows everybody to make those bad decisions without somebody to warn you. Somebody, God is not gonna just let you make bad decisions. Most of us make bad decisions, we know better. We just go against the grain. But he always puts somebody around you that expose you to the truth. Always. And he'll be an unjust God. If he just let you just die and you don't know nothing, he'll be an unjust God. So he has to expose you to the truth. Now, when you don't choose the truth, you be like, oh man, that dude, Eric Brandon, Roxanne, and they crazy as hell over there talking about decentralization and blockchain and Bitcoin gonna save us and them niggas is crazy. You got people talk like that. We're not crazy. We understand what these people doing. These people crazy. We understand what they're doing. And we're trying to teach you about money, because money is the thing they're going to use to deceive you. Money is the thing they're using to enslave you. Money is the thing they're going to use to strip your freedoms away and relinquish your power to choose to them. See, you're going to give your power to choose to them, which is the greatest power God gave you. So we ain't crazy. We understand clearly what they're doing. You don't understand what they're doing. We understand what they're doing, and we're introducing you to their main objective, because it's always going to come looking sweet. That's how the devil moves. He come with the sweet temptation. I know y'all heard that before. Sweet temptation. Say, hey, come on, just take this here, and we're gonna make this so beautiful for you. You're gonna have money. We're just gonna give you. Nobody gives you nothing for free, man. Just think about that. They're gonna give you free money. Ain't nothing for free. That's coming with your soul. There's nothing for free. Forget about it. You're not gonna get no free money from them. They're gonna give you this universal basic income. Watch, it's coming. It's coming. And you're gonna get this for free. And they're gonna pay you every month. And a lot of people, they're gonna just drop their guard and say, oh man, the government got us. We good. Our government got us covered. We got money coming every month. I don't gotta work. I ain't gotta worry about it. I'm straight. Go ahead, Bitcoin Armani.
Right now, the government.
Government got me. The government got me covered. So we're gonna get ready to close this out, man. But I want to come with strong messages. It's getting stronger and stronger. We want the people to understand this is not a time to play. This is serious. We can have fun, but we need to understand what the hell going on. It's good to laugh. Laughter releases chemicals in the body that make you look younger. Stress and anger will. I was reading somewhere said to be angry, it takes like 7 days for the body chemistry to recover from anger. Like, damn. But to smile and to laugh, it releases, very healthy chemicals in the body. But to be angry and mad and upset and depressed and, all that stuff it kill you fast. It kill you fast. It releases harmful chemicals in the body. It's real. But I want to say this, that we're looking at a time, man. This is a time where, like I said, man, if you don't believe in the Bible, I'm not like a church going dude every day, but I mean, it's right in my face. I'm reading it. It's right there. This stuff is happening. It's in the book. It's right there. I can't say it's not real. I can't even say it's not real. It don't matter what I believe. I can't say it's not real. It's right there in the book. But I do believe in the book. I definitely believe in the book. And, and I definitely believe there's a creator. I definitely believe there's angels. I definitely believe there's a devil. And I believe in truth. I believe in, that falsehood will not overcome truth. I believe that we're in a battle right now. We're in a war against truth, a war against freedom, a war against the people. We're in a psychological warfare. We're in a information warfare because they're manipulating information right now. All these different wars we're in right now. Spiritual warfare. I can go on and on and on. All that's happening right now. Currency warfare. What else I'm missing? All kind of warfare is going on right now. I'm not gonna get caught up in the racial warfare. I'm not gonna get caught up in the sex warfare, men against women. I ain't gonna be caught up in that stupid stuff. That's some stupid stuff. But you got people in there. You got women against men right now. Oh man, all men is dogs. And no, I've been dogged out by a lot of women too. I can sit here and go, all women ain't no good. I would never say that. I would never say nothing like that. This is an ignorant statement. So all men is not dogs. There's some good men out here. I'm a good man. I know I'm a good man. You know what I'm saying? I've been very good to women. I've had a lot of women that I've done very, very, very nice and good things to. I was raised that way. But I'm saying all men ain't dogs. You need to stop that. Stop it. And it's a lot of men out here to think all women is hoes and bitches. Stop it. It's not. They're setting your mind. They're setting you up, man. They're setting you up with that mindset. Maybe you ain't looking in the right places. Maybe you got to get out the hood. Maybe you got to get out the strip club. How you gonna meet your wife in the strip club? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Look where you at. You gotta go to the places where the good women at. So I'm just saying, you gotta evaluate yourself and your choices and where you're fishing at. Okay. If you go fish in the river, you're gonna catch catfish. It is what it is. So you gotta go and fish where you want to catch your fish. You might like catfish, but I'm saying wherever you're trying to catch, that's where you need to go fish. And the first thing is, man, we gotta know ourselves, man. If you don't know yourself, if you don't have a thorough understanding of who you are, you're not even qualified to pick one. You're really not. If I got one that's not good, I know within a couple of months, no, this ain't the one. Throw it back in the water. Because I know me. I'm not gonna be with somebody for years and years and years and no, I'm not doing that. I did it before and when I was younger, but now I'm mature enough to know immediately. Within, I would say, because I say 90 days. Because a lot of people have a tendency of disguising themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really know. Because people are good at disguising, you know what I'm saying? Like they put their best self on, but in 3 months you'll know who they are. Time, see, at time is gonna reveal who they are. But I say within 3 months, you should know, but you have to know who you are. You have to have a thorough understanding of what kind of person you are, who you are as a person in order for you to pick a man. Women the same way. I see a lot of women, they want these gangster dudes, You know, I had a girl tell me one time, she said, you too nice. And I never dated her or nothing. She was assuming. She didn't know I was from the streets of Compton. I can be hood, ghetto, G, just as much as anybody else. But I don't want to be a G. I don't want to be gangster. And, you know, I have that in me because I grew up in Chicago and Compton. But I'm trying to present myself like a gentleman to her. But she want hood gangster. That's what she wanted. And okay, good luck with that. Hopefully you find the perfect guy, hood gangster, you know, but a lot of hood gangster guys, they end up grooming themselves and maturing to be very responsible businessmen. That's the part you don't see. Some of the most gangsterous dudes become polished gangsters, and they wear suits and they corporate, and you don't even know. It's a G under that suit. Because you don't have them, you know what you're looking at. See? So again, just know what you want. Know, I understand that mentality what a woman looking for. She just don't want a punk. She want a guy that's going to be assertive. She want a guy that she feel protected with. I understand all of that. But some of them pick the wrong guys. They're going to end up beating on them and treating them like a dog and doing them bad because the definition is a little tainted of what they're looking for. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about relationships right now. We're gonna get off this call, but there's a lot of things that are coming down the pipeline that is they're coming fast. They trying to get this done in the next couple of months. Y'all ain't heard me. They trying to get this stuff done in the next couple of months. They did not renew the LIBOR, which is how loans are structured, interest rates. They didn't renew that. It's gonna expire in December. And they didn't renew that for a reason. So they know something else is coming. But we ain't gonna fall for that bullshit. We ain't gonna fall for it. We already setting up ourselves to move differently, but we have to recognize it and warn the people of what it is and how it's going to entrap them into something that they're not gonna be able to understand. So with that, any more questions before we leave? Any more questions?
Thank you. That was great. I was sitting back cracking up laughing.
Yeah.
You gave a great presentation tonight. It just reminded me of how our culture, I just want to just add this, you know, how our culture as Black men and women, and I mean, if there's other nationalities on the call, it's okay, but I'm just saying, as we as a group, I look at television and I turned the TV off for months because I got tired of seeing beautiful Black women just make themselves look like crazy with all of this love and hip hop fighting each other. And you would think that the media, they like to see us like this. They like to see us fighting over men, you know, getting our butts injected and all kinds of crazy stuff, just, you know, and bling, 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 everything's bling, bling. How much money you got, but there's no substance to any of that. And this is how we are being depicted. It reminded me of back in the 70s when, you know, the Superfly, but it's just a modern day version of that, or how they depict us as a race on in the media. And so we're so busy paying attention to all of that, opposed to trying to create generational wealth and get ourselves out of that as a whole, a culture as a whole, out of that state, and pay more attention to all of the bling bling. And this has been going on for years. I know it's cliche, but it's time. Just like you say, it's time. And I just wanted to say thank you, because while I was listening to the call, it just brought back so many memories of how from back in the day up till this point, everything is showing off the ass of the woman, you know, the bling bling in the videos. Now they got these, you know, well, since COVID, that's one good thing is gone. They don't have all these women fighting all the time and you know, showing us as being so belittled in the media, opposed to giving us quality programs showing how we can build our culture up and still be rich, you know, because we all want to still look good, and we still want to have money and be prosperous and have beautiful homes. It's not about living humble and you know, not enjoying your wealth, but it is time for us to just really wake up as a whole. And thank you so much. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Oh no, thank you. And it's gonna take a team to do what I see us doing. I'm not going to be able to do it myself, Jarrell, Miss Roxanne, Miss Champagne. None of us can do this by ourselves. We need to develop a movement of our people and awaken them because it's time. It is time. And I don't think that we met each other by coincidence. I just don't, you know. And I have a meeting with you, Miss Roxanne. I want to explain some things to you. I talked to Jordan today, and I want to share with you guys some things. But all the rest of the team already know. But at the same time, it's like, we're going to do some amazing things together. I know we are. And we're not going to stop, no matter who try to stop us or try to badmouth us or whatever. We're not stopping. Because at the end of the day, good will overcome everything. If you know, people got hurt along the way, it wasn't intentional. But at the same time, more good has been done from the things I've been doing than bad. So that's what I'm going to say that for now, but we'll talk later. But I wanted to say this. When we leave here tonight, Wednesday, we have a meeting. I'm going to find days to go live sometime. I'm going to need somebody to moderate me because I don't want controllers popping in. So we'll figure out, we'll take turns on moderation when we do go live. We don't want people popping in there saying stupid stuff. And so we want to monitor that, because what we're trying to do here is too serious and important for us to let a few people come in and say little things, whatever. We just got to protect that. I haven't been going live a lot. I've been doing a lot of pre-recorded things, and now I'm starting to do a lot of live. Some things I'm just keep doing pre-recorded, but every now and then we need to go live, but we need to protect what we're doing here, and you know, we need to protect what we're doing, because there's a lot of people gonna benefit from what we're doing, not just money-wise, but just saving themselves from a lot of headache and stuff that's coming down the pipeline that's not to their best interest at all. And so I wanted to say that, but yeah, I'm working a lot trying to get this content up, more and more content out for us. There's been a couple of times we had great meetings last week. I didn't record them. We got to record everything we do, because we never know who could be touched by something that we're doing here or saying. There's people out there in the world that are coming. Believe me, we got a lot of people that's going to come in, and we don't even know who they are yet. And you're so right. When I see our women, don't get me wrong, I love my beautiful Black women. They are the God's cream of the planet Earth. Don't get it twisted. I love my Black women. They're so beautiful in every way. But I just don't like to see them be exploited, and I don't like to see them degrade themselves. Don't get it wrong. I bet you most of our Black men love seeing all that stuff, you know. And I'm a man, you know. I like seeing pretty women too. I'm not, you know, the other way. I love women, but I'm not a manipulator of women. I'm not a guy that misuses women. I'm not a guy, you know. I don't do all of that. I treat people how I would want to be treated. But at the same time, like I said, when I look at the Instagram, so many of us are so fixated on spending damn time in front of them damn pictures and the cameras and booty shaking. And we're not understanding what's going on right now. We're really not understanding what's going on. And we got to pull ourselves back a little bit from all of this self-indulgence and really define what the hell's going on. That's the part that disturbs me, is these not just women, these guys, they do skits all the time. You know, and if you're trying to be a comedian, I get it. But there's people that spend a lot of time on these social medias. They're not making no money, and they're just trying to get likes, and they're just trying to get, you know, their followers up or whatever. You know, it's out of control. You know, it's really out of control to where people have defined themselves now. I got 1 million followers on you on Instagram. Oh wow, you do? Oh, you got 1 million followers? Oh, now you're supposed to be better than me or something? Because you spend all goddamn day on the damn front of the damn pictures, taking pictures, and you really are focused on getting your followers up. I mean, what are you gonna do to monetize that? I mean, how is that gonna make you a better person? How is that gonna make you understand the global I want to say dysfunction and the global manipulation of the masses? How's that gonna make you understand what's going on in the world? Like, really, how can you utilize that? You know, you can utilize it if you got 1 million people and you giving them the truth. But if you just giving them your booty, giving them your clit, giving them, you know, I can see the camel toe in the front, you know, and there's a million people looking at your camel toe, like, how is that in any way, you know, impacting the world? You understand what I'm saying? That just kind of makes me like, for what? What are we doing all this for? For likes? For followers? Wow, for real. You degraded your whole life being to how many followers you got? It's crazy to me. It's just really crazy because, like I said, I see a lot of women doing things that, and they got followers. They got their followers up. But every time I see their video, every time I see they timeline, they come down my timeline, they in a bikini, bent over. I can see all the business, you know, and they flapping the booties, you know, and that's how you get your followers up for real. Wow, you become a professional booty flopper, huh? Wow, that's like crazy, you know, and that's what I'm seeing, and that's disturbing to me because the time right now is too critical for us to be wasting our time. So at some point, you gotta get some kind of tuition of what's happening right now. And if you're spending all day in front of that camera, I just don't see how you're really pursuing what's going on, you know? So with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. We'll have another meeting, and I think we need to go over the money Wednesday. We're gonna show again, we're gonna start really breaking down our compensation. I gotta do a lot of more videos on just the compensation, and I'll place them on Fam Cash Coin. They won't be on my personal YouTube. They'll be on the Fam Cash Coin YouTube. We do have the Fam Cash Coin YouTube. But I do want you guys to really understand thoroughly, because we need to really start utilizing that, not just the decentralized cycler, but the compensation of the courses. Because we're going to beef these courses up. There's more and more things I'm going to be adding. Even people that already bought courses, there are going to be more courses added. Ms. Roxanne, you got the course that's the Student Light. I'm going to be adding like 3 more classes to that course. And then I'll go up the list and start adding more to some of the others. They already packed with some information, but we're going to be juicing them up even more. So with that, I'm going to see you guys Wednesday, and you guys have a great evening.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
All right, everybody. Peace and love.
Good night, Mrs. Man.
See y'all Wednesday.
Okay, see you guys.
Good night, everybody.